Happy Wednesday, everybody. So excited to be back with you. We are live. It is Wednesday night with AH Live. We've got a very special guest today, Garry Percell, a guitarist extraordinaire. If you listen to jazz radio, you've heard his last two tunes. I had the good fortune of working on both of them with him. And so we're going to hear both of those tonight. One of them, he did a really incredible music video. And then the other is him live in the studio. And, of course, I got a chance to sit down with him and get a little backstory as well. So we're going to have some fun tonight. Also, my new single drops on Friday. It's called Rising Up. It's the title track of the new album. So you can go onto iTunes, Spotify, etc., and you can get the new single. You can purchase it as well on iTunes. I'm so excited. This is album number 4, the first single. And so you can actually get that track and then pre-save the entire album. So check that out. Mark your calendars this Friday. We also go for ads on Monday. So fingers crossed you'll be hearing it on a station near you. Do me a favor and, hey, send in a request. Let them know you want to hear Rising Up. And speaking of which, why don't we play it? It's a great occasion for that. It comes out Friday, goes for ads Monday. This is the brand new single. It is called Rising Up. Here we go. my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the new single. It's called Rising Up. It's the title track off the new record, and I'm so excited. I just got confirmation I will have copies tomorrow. They're coming in from disc makers via FedEx, so any of you that ordered via Indiegogo, a few of you also went off of my website, I will be sending those out in the next coming days, along with your other perks from your Indiegogo. If you are not on the Adam Holly bandwagon already, just go to adamholly.com, go on over to the store, and you can pre-order your copy. I will be shipping them out in the next few days. You can also click that link in the description for the tip jar, and a window will pop up, and there's a link there for my website, adamholly.com. There's also links for PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Thank you so much for your enduring support, everyone out there. Appreciate you guys so much. And, of course, you can do stars as well through the Facebook portal. So really appreciate you guys. Look out for the new project. And, hey, we've talked about me enough. Let's get to our guest. As I mentioned, a dynamic guitar player, new artist on the scene. If you listen to jazz radio, both of these tunes you've heard. So I hope you will enjoy a little bit of time with Garry Percell.
All right. Hello, Garry. How are you doing today?
Good day here in North Carolina, man. Weather's great. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. And more specifically, you were just telling me Reidsville, North Carolina. Whereabouts is that exactly?
Small town. I call it a small town that is about 30 miles north of Greensboro, North Carolina. A lot of people are familiar with Greensboro. So when they ask me, where are you from? I says, I'm from a little small town, Reidsville, that's about 30 miles north of Greensboro.
How did you get started with the guitar? What was your upbringing, location, etc.? How did that all lead to you where you are today?
I started in the church. And I come from a musical family, and my mother is a pianist. She plays piano. She also teaches piano, and she was a choir director and musical director over quite a few churches in our community. So when she went to choir rehearsals at these churches, of course she took us. So therefore we had to be a part of that, and so we just started to develop music. We went to school. When we went to school, and when we got home from school, of course, we had to do our studies. And then after the studies, we had another study, which was around the piano. My mother would gather us around the piano. We would all sing. She would teach us vocal things and all of that. And then my mother and father started looking at, instruments and things of that nature. So there's a lot of piano playing in my house. Three other my siblings can play piano, but I can't play piano because it's just too much piano in the house for me. So I pick up guitar, and I'm the only guitar player in my family. So that's how I got started.
I've had so much fun being on the phone with you when we're working on tunes, and you'll launch into some stories about being on the road. Just give us a little rundown of what you've been involved in prior to your now artist career.
Got started right out of high school. Basically, during high school, I had like a dual road to take my senior year. Had gotten a scholarship to go to University of North Carolina, Greensboro as a artist and a commercial artist, painting, drawing. I was really good at that. And so I had a choice, but I loved the music so much, and we had a few bands and things of that nature that we played in. So the love and passion for music, and the love and passion for the actual the arts, as far as drawing and painting and things like that, two loves. But I chose the music direction, and so I branched off into the music. And of course, I hated it. I wish I'd never done it, but I left the scholarship on the table. I really did, because when I ventured out into the music part, started playing with local bands that was actually traveling up and down the Eastern Seaboard. And so it was on the road. I don't think that I was even old enough at that time. Well, I know that I wasn't old enough at the time to be in some of the venues that I was in, because I was underage. I was not 21. And so they would make me a fake ID. And I actually was on the road. I said, look, you guys got to get me back home in time. So that started my career, and one thing led to another. A friend of mine that had landed a gig with the legendary and great Miles Davis, and so he and I were friends because we played in a band here in North Carolina. And he says, "Hey, things are popping off. Why don't you try to come to Chicago? There's a lot of things that are happening." So I did. I went to Chicago with him and worked in the studio and with a label that was an independent label, but it was pretty good. It has quite a few different artists on that, and I was kind of blown away by it my first time when I got there, because there was in the studio when I flew in to O'Hara, taken straight to the studio, and with the label, and I can't even remember the artist's name that they were cutting a whole album on, and a whole album at that time, and they needed to get it done in 24 hours. That was crazy. And so I look over to my left side, and the female vocalist for the project was The Emotions, and over here was the bass player was actually Daryl Jones, Munch. And I was like, okay, boom, I'm just blown away. But the sessions went great and all that. I never know what happened to that. You can understand that you call in on the session, you do the session, and then, hey, you move on. So I stayed in Chicago for a little while, and then I got a call from a friend of mine back down here in North Carolina. There was a legendary Northern Soul group called the Chairman of the Board. And I knew them because growing up, my siblings had all of their records. And so I used to go and steal the records, take them down in the basement, put them on this little portable record player, and get my guitar and try to learn all the parts. This is 8 years old or 10 years old. And just so happens that 20 years later, just about or more than that, I end up getting that call from the chairman of the board to play with them. And I think I stayed on the road with them for probably maybe 8 years or something like that with them. But then there's a couple of other different groups in between. You know the story. You just jump from one group to another as the door comes open.
In fact, you are Reverend Dr. Garry Percell. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Short story again on that. I was actually with the chairman of the board at the time. Just so happens that our agency that we worked for actually had their own jet. And so we weren't flying commercial. I think it seated about 10. And so flying, and just looking out of the window, and all of a sudden, heard this voice. This voice says, "It's time to come home." And I was like, I'm blown away because this voice is loud and clear. And so I actually answered that call. And when I got off of the tour, I told my wife, and I told her that, I wasn't going back out on the road before. She was blown away because she knows my passion for music. But I recognized the voice, and it was the voice of God. And I understood what he was saying, come back to where you began. I've got work for you to do in this vineyard. Went through the ministry, went to seminary school, got a few degrees and things of that nature. And then I got a call that our church needed a pastor. So I went there, and of course there were many others that was there, coming there to deliver the word and preach. And then my wife asked me one day after we left the church and I had preached, and she says, "Have you ever thought or given it in thought that they may choose you to be their pastor?" And I says, "Not a bit." I said, because I never wanted to be a pastor. I'm just doing what I was called to do, to bring and deliver the word. And all of a sudden, I got that call.
I had so much fun working on both of these tunes. Let's talk about the first one. Don't Stop. Was able to get another Carolinian to jump in, Marcus Anderson, and he sounds so great on the track. But man, you sound great. And then along with that, you did this awesome music video. Tell the people, give a little backstory on this music video, because we'll show it in a minute, but it just turned out so cool.
I wanted the video to kind of follow my footsteps a little bit there. So It began down on the street that I was raised on, which is Lawsonville Avenue. And so the house that we grew up in is long gone. Our house burned down when I was a youth. And so nothing got built back up on that spot. But on that same street, there was another house. And so I found that house and I wanted that to be in the video. This vacant house on the street where I grew up on. So if you watch the video, you will see the street sign that says Lawsonville Avenue. And then at that little house, I wanted to show the progression that the love of guitar when I was a little boy. Plus my father bought me guitars when I was small, especially like the little Silvertone guitars from Sears. You know, they didn't cost much. We didn't have a lot of money, so he gave us what he could. And so I had this old acoustic guitar and got my great nephew to be in the video playing the guitar to actually signify that is me as a little boy. And then progression of some video when I was right out of high school in some high school bands and things of that nature playing. So you see me at, I don't know, somewhere in my 20s. And then all of a sudden, then you see me, you know, as an adult now and what I'm doing with Don't Stop, you know, that's the end process. Yeah.
Awesome, man. It turned out so killer. I was about to say you spared no expense, but you told me you called in all the favors and were able to make it happen. So turned out fantastic. We have one more. This time you're going to be live in the studio with your brand new tune, Smooth Strut. Tell us about this one.
Wow, Smooth Strut is it's a great song to me. It has a great beat behind it. I mean, it kind of moves you, to makes you kind of want to get up and dance a little bit, But it's not one of those tunes that make you want to dance so bad that you want to jump up on the tables and, and do all of those things. But it's a kind of a song that is real smooth. It's got a smooth groove, so this makes you want to get up just to move a little bit, So that's in the title, it's a smooth strut kind of song. But I love the tune, I listen to it, and it's a great tune, and that's basically what I can say. You did your thing on it, man, and it's getting some real good reviews at this time. I'm really happy. What the song is doing, how it's relating to people, and people are really loving the song.
Awesome, man. Both tunes just have such a great vibe and great feeling, and we can just really feel your soulfulness come through on the guitar. So appreciate you for lending your talents, and just let us know where we can find you online and on social media.
Garry Percell artist page on Facebook. You can also find me on IG, Instagram at Garry Percell _ the artist. Also on my website, which is just my name, GarryPercell.com. So you can find me in all those different places. And the material is available for download them on all of your digital musical outlets. So, you can find it anywhere.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for sharing your story with us, sharing the music. Really appreciate it, Garry, for coming through AH Live.
My pleasure, man. It's great to be here. Thank you, Dr. Holly.
Oh, yes. That was the one and only Garry Percell. Appreciate you, Garry, so much for coming through. Had a lot of fun watching both of those videos, and great to get to know you a little better. I learned a few things too. I mean, we've been hanging on the phone quite a bit working on this music, but it's great to get the rest of the backstory. So appreciate you, Garry. Thanks for taking the time. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time to bring in my lovely wife, Kat, with the Cat Cam. Hey.
Hi.
What is going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
Actually, wait. I can't concentrate.
Birthday girl.
Hi.
I've been seeing a lot of comments. People want to know more about the birthday. They want to see
you guys
pictures.
Are so sweet. Thank you so much. And I got so many birthday messages and text messages, and of course, shout outs on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
And I feel so loved. Thank you guys so much. This birthday was really, really special. I really enjoyed it. And thank you so much to all of you guys that gifted me into Adam Jr.'s college fund.
That's right.
And yeah, he came out pretty well.
All right.
This year. So, we have a college fund for Adam Jr. that we add to every month. And I've only done it, I think, one other time. That on Facebook, that you can choose either a nonprofit to donate to or whatnot. So I think maybe like 4 years ago, probably maybe 3. I can't remember. I did that. I asked people if they wanted to gift something to me for my birthday. Please, gift it into Adam's college fund.
Yeah.
And it was a success then. It was a success this birthday. So thank you guys so much for being a part of his future. So
Definitely.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, and we will definitely. We've got pictures for you, of course, as we do every week. But first, let us know, what are people saying out there? What's the vibe? What are they saying about Garry?
Well, the vibe is very excited. So many people were so happy to hear your song, Rising Up. And so many people are so excited to get their CD in the mail, and they're just looking forward to it. And so I have a few people here who said, Rising Up, another hit. Rising Up with fire emojis and then the dancing emoji. And
Nice.
Diane Otley Johnson said, what a great song. I can't wait to get my Rising Up in the mail.
Yes, and it is coming, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, I just got a message from Disc Makers. They're my manufacturer. And it's supposed to arrive tomorrow. With COVID, shipping delays, who knows? But if everything goes according to plan, I'm supposed to have them in my hand tomorrow, and then we're going to start mailing them out. As I mentioned earlier, if you already did the Indiegogo or went on my website, thank you so much. We're going to get it to you ASAP. If you haven't yet, just go to adamholly.com. You can pre-order. Also on Friday, you can go on any of the DSPs, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, and you can grab the new single and pre-save the album if you want to go that route. So we got a lot of options for you.
Awesome. And let me see. I did Diane's already.
Okay.
Vicki Dennis.
Yes.
When you were playing Rising Up, she said, the hair is not rising up. And she liked your haircut.
That is too funny. Yeah, yeah. It was going vertical a little bit there for a while, and actually, little Adam needed a haircut for school. He started on Monday, 7th grade, and so and we have some pictures of that too. But while I was there getting him a haircut, I might as well get one too, and so I'm looking a little more coiffed for these shows coming up.
You are. Yes.
Speaking of which, great segue, if I do say so myself. Have a bunch of shows coming up now. Unfortunately, if you're in SoCal, this next show on this Sunday is sold out. However, it's not announced yet, but I have a show that I'm working on early October in the Temecula area. So just kind of mark that on your calendar. Mark down October 3rd if you're in SoCal, and I'll have more information as we get closer. But there are a few tickets left for next week. We're going to be near Milwaukee and Racine. I don't know if you guys noticed, we have 5 shows in 5 days. Racine, Wisconsin. Then we're in Rochester. Me and Judah Seeley. Then I'm in Elmira, up in northern upstate New York. Then I'm at the Waterfront Festival in Norfolk. Grab your tickets for that. That's me and Jakeem Joyner doing a co-bill. And then I'm doing a solo show, an encore, a Norfolk encore. 6 p.m. is already sold out. There are only a handful of tickets for 3:30. So that's an early Sunday show. So grab those, and then looking on down the calendar, Spaghettini is sold out. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to get your tickets early because I'm feeling very fortunate. People are coming out, supporting the live music. This show in Davenport just happened. If you're anywhere near Davenport, Iowa, grab tickets for that. Redstone Room. Let's see. Oh, these were new last week, so I'll reiterate them one more time. I'll be in Birmingham, October 22nd. Shays Lounge in Columbia, South Carolina, October 23rd. Of course, St. James in Atlanta. That's been on the calendar for a while, but hope to see you guys there. And a bunch of shows coming up. Just go to adamholly.com, and you can keep up with all the shows. Hope to see you guys on the road.
Hope to see you on the road. Okay, so back to when you opened the show.
Yeah.
Althea McMillan said, "Rising Up is awesome," as did so many other people. They really, really liked the song.
Thank you.
Donnie Moten said, "Dr. Holly time."
Oh, you guys are too kind.
And then James Creer, he said, "Just in time, new music, just in time for his birthday on Saturday."
Oh, happy birthday.
So happy birthday, James Creer.
All right.
And also Cece, that's always watching from London, her birthday is on the 14th.
All right.
What day is the 14th? Is that also Saturday?
Let me look it up here. The 14th
No, that's next
is
week.
Saturday.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, so
2
James,
Saturday birthdays.
Yeah, James and Cece, you guys have the same birthday.
Awesome.
How awesome. Okay, now let's go to the interview.
Yes, Garry Percell.
Yes, that you had with Garry.
Okay.
I really enjoyed his music. I don't think that I've ever seen him before.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've been so blessed with so many incredible guests. When his first single came out, and by the way, it did incredible. It was on the radio for like 8 months. I neglected to have him on the show, and so it was so funny. We were talking, and he said, "Yeah, if I don't mind, I'll send you Don't Stop as well." I said, "Well, we showed that already." He said, "No, I haven't been on the show yet." I was like, "I'm so sorry, Garry." So you got 2 for 1 today. You got his most recent 2 tunes, which was awesome. And so it was great. That music video was so killer.
It was. So many people loved the music video.
Yeah.
Let me see. Like 4 people said awesome video.
Yep.
Sheila Singleton said love the video.
Yeah.
Kat Finn said nice car when it was the opening to Don't Stop.
Right.
The video when he rolled up in the, what was that?
I don't know.
A Chevy?
I don't know cars that well, really.
I think it was a Chevy because it looked like the neighbor's car across
Right.
the street.
That's funny.
So Kat Finn said nice car. Yvonne Jones says love his sound. Althea McMillan said cool video. Nice to see Adam tickling the ivories.
Yeah, I was playing a little bit of key bass there. On that track, I played key bass and keyboards. And Marcus Anderson was featured. He's the featured artist on that track. Eric Valentine on drums. Mm-hmm. And the tune came together really nice.
Yeah, and then the second tune, is it Smooth Strut?
Yep.
Was the second tune. Linda Boney said gorgeous guitar. What kind of guitar was that?
He's playing a D'Angelico.
Oh, okay.
I have one of those lying around here somewhere.
It's somewhere. I have a photo with that guitar, don't I?
Right, yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can show that photo.
I don't think so.
On a family program.
Wow. You're really
No,
going to have
but-
people wondering now.
I know, but they're really cool. And didn't we go to like their factory where they make their guitars in Tokyo or something?
We went to their outlet. It wasn't
Okay.
the factory, but it was a D'Angelico themed.
That was so long ago,
Yeah,
I
it was
can't even
cool.
remember.
2009 in Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you get off the plane in Tokyo, they hand you a guitar. At least that's what happened to me. Too funny.
Too funny. Oh, this is so sweet. So many people are continuing to say happy birthday to me in the chat, but then also to
Yeah.
James Creer and Cece in London.
Yes.
That's so nice.
Bunch of
I love our
birthdays.
little family here.
My dad's birthday is Friday.
Yeah.
You got good company here.
Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's right. It is Friday the 13th. That is too funny.
And then James Creer also, when you were doing the interview, he was saying thanks for introducing us to Garry. I will be following his music now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so many
glad to
people
hear.
were loving being introduced to his music, and they loved his sound.
Yeah.
They loved his video. The videos are really cool.
Yeah. It was great to see the footage from back in the day when he was on the road. And no, it was
know.
great. So
that
cool.
was so neat. It was so cool.
That was
and
incredible.
those red sneakers that he had on in the video, I was like, oh, okay.
Styling, profiling.
Right, had a little street style. And so we have quite a few things to get to.
Okay.
We have a lot of Ask Adam, but then we also have a lot of photos that we want to share with you
All
guys.
right. Well, we definitely look at the photos because those are
Okay.
time sensitive.
Time sensitive.
Those are from this past week. So let's get to that first. So, of course, as we mentioned, it was Cat's B-Day.
Linda Boney says, happy birthday to your dad, Adam.
Oh, thank you. I will relay the message. Yeah, we have a bunch of pictures from Cat's B-Day. So I'll let you narrate since you know what's going on here. Well, this was your first look, right? This is when you walked in.
This is when I walked in.
And you also get kind of a look at our kitchen. It's still in progress, but it's coming together.
It's still in progress. And don't mind those rattan chairs. Those do not belong there. We just put that there for extra seating.
You know what's hilarious is I look at them and I think to myself, oh, there's a couple chairs. I didn't think to
Yeah, but,
myself,
you know,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And the chairs, I've just been having such a hard time with the chairs that I want because every time I see them, I'm second guessing myself and saying, do I really want them? And then when I decide I want them, they're always on back order or sold out. So it's literally been probably 6 months now
Oh, wow.
that I've been going
Could
back
have
and
ordered
forth.
it at this point.
I know.
All right, so this was her entryway into her birthday. Okay, we had some decorations on the
Yeah,
wall.
look at how cute the balloons look on our blanket ladder. The guys did such a cute job, and they put a little happy birthday banner across the fireplace, and they positioned the gifts on the fireplace. And of course, they had my girl, Ariana Grande. They had her videos playing on the TV, so we had a little music and kind of like a groove ambiance going. It was so nice.
Let's see. Okay, this is a diagonal kitchen.
Yeah.
Why did you do this diagonally?
I don't know. I think I was trying to be artsy, or maybe I had a little too much of my rosé already.
Well, and that was the other thing I didn't mention. I did have a glass ready for her as she came downstairs, and little Adam Jr. Escorted her, and I had some prosecco some rosé waiting for you.
Yes, some rosé. Well, it was rosé prosecco, and we didn't have a lot of people at the house. It does look like there was a lot, but I think Adam Jr. liked to decorate the island with all the glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can see on the stove, we had all of our pizza that
Yeah.
Adam went and drove out and got from my favorite restaurant. We have some wine and a little bit of everything. We had some appetizers and some burrata cheese and olive toast. It was
Prosciutto.
so good.
Mm-hmm. The tricolore salad.
Yes.
What else did we have? Oh, we also had a Cabernet that
We did have
followed
a
the
cab.
rosé.
Yeah, it's over there by the pizza boxes, if you can see.
And here are your flowers.
Those are my flowers. They were so gorgeous. And my cute little mini unicorn piñatas.
Yep.
Look at how cute.
I didn't have the heart to fill them with candy and then beat them, so they kind of became more decoration. But
and then you had everything like perfect. You had my Tiffany blue napkins and plates, and then like the blue box for the flowers.
That wasn't an accident. I do pay attention every once in a while.
I do love certain shades of teal and a lot of shades of blue. So that was perfect.
I got that one.
Yeah.
Here was a little dessert.
Yeah, dessert. These cookies are from our favorite cafe / bakery, Little Flower. And so the ones along the back, those are ginger molasses cookies. So good. And then the chocolate chip cookies, Adam Jr. and Adam Sr. love these so much because they're the bake at home cookies. So of course you can get the cookies already made, but they have where you can order the bake at home where they just make the dough and they form it for you. And then you take it home and you can refrigerate it or freeze it and bake them whenever you want, because the boys kind of like their cookies a little undercooked, so they like to do it themselves. And so it was perfect. And then with the candles.
And this is your bounty.
This is my bounty
of gifts.
I felt so loved. Okay, so my favorite candy is Reese's. Even though I don't really love chocolate, I do love getting the peanut butter out of these Reese's. I got some new tennis shoes, which were so needed because the ones that I have now are kind of going a little crazy. And my mom, she got me a ring holder. You can see up there, it's a heart shape, and to hold my rings and some bracelets on my nightstand, because I literally put my wedding ring everywhere in the house. And Adam Jr. and she are always like, oh, your ring was on the counter. Oh, your ring was over here. So this will be perfect. I also got some all natural bath soaps and deodorants from Hey Humans, which is a brand new brand that Jada Pinkett Smith released, and it's in Target, and it's amazing. It's all biodegradable green products. It's great. I also got a cute little sip ski you can see down there at the bottom right, and it's where I can stick it on the side of the pool and I could put my wine glass in it. Adam got me that. And
well, for when the pool is done in 2022, don't lose it in the next 6 months.
I know. And Adam Jr., oh my gosh, he's so cute. He got me a cuff bracelet from Brighton, also where my ring holder is from. And my mom said that he had one of the ladies helping him, and he was taking his time going through everything. He couldn't find something that he liked, and he goes, oh, it just looks too plain. She needs something a little bit more fancy. And the sales lady was like, wow, he really knows what he wants. And it's so cute. I have it. I'm wearing it now, so I'll show you guys when the camera comes back. And then I also love David Yurman, and I have a few other bracelets and cuffs from David Yurman. And Big Adam, he just added one to my collection. It's so cute. I love it. If you guys aren't familiar with Brighton or David Yurman, especially you men, please check it out, because your wives, daughters, sisters, cousins, whoever would love it.
And it's funny. I guess great minds think alike, because me and Adam Jr. didn't discuss it ahead of time, but we both ended up getting you cuffs or bracelets, if you will. So yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, you know me well, because I like bracelets and jewelry and whatnot. Yeah. So I'll show you my cuff. This is my cuff.
Oh, here, let me go to the Just
Adam
Cat
Jr.
cam. There we go.
Adam Jr. got me. Isn't it so cute?
Aww.
It's really cute. And then this is my new David Yurman collection.
All right.
So I have a couple of different ones.
Styling and profiling.
So pretty. I love it.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank
What's the
you,
least we
thank
could
you.
do? You're such a sweetie, so we try to
Robert
hook you up.
Don says, like the sip ski, is there a larger version called a gulp ski?
That's funny. Pretty much.
That is so
Pretty
funny.
much.
And James Creer says, nice gifts. You're so blessed. Thank you. I definitely felt blessed, and just really it was a really nice birthday, and we, stayed safe at home and had our own nice celebration indoors, away from the fray, because we've been in the fray a little too much traveling. So it was nice to just kind of.
And if I remember correctly, we watched, was it the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, the new Suicide Squad. So we were able to do that.
Yeah, so dinner and a movie.
Lori Erickson says, "Love how you sing when you talk, Kat." Yeah.
You have a melodious voice.
I think if you don't know me, people might think that I'm weird because they don't know if I sing. So, Eric Mondragon does that too. Eric Mondragon from DW3.
Yeah.
He and I were having a conversation about that, or being vocalist. If someone says something or they're telling a story, and we can kind of pin that story or what they're saying to a song. Yeah. And it's just so funny. So, like, to someone that's a non-musician or non-music lover, it could be annoying and weird. But
oh, that is
that's
too funny.
just what we do, I guess.
Well, and we had a busy weekend because we had your birthday Saturday, and then Junior started school on Monday. So crazy. So he's a middle schooler, 7th grade. So today was day 3, but we have some pictures from... this is him grabbing his school supplies, right?
Yeah, well, I had went one day because he didn't feel like coming out and shopping, so I went and did a lot of clothes shopping for him the previous day, and then he wanted to come with to choose shoes in his backpack. And so he got a few pair of shoes and a really nice backpack. And
nice.
I told him he was trying to have me hold some stuff. And I said, no, this is yours. You hold it.
That is too funny. It looks like he's thinking, I got too many bags.
I'm sure.
Oh, that is too funny. And here he is, day 1 of 7th grade.
Day 1, 7th grade. Oh, my goodness. And
So
this
crazy.
is, right in front of our door. He's so
Front door.
cute. Look at him. And a lot of people, when I have put this picture on my social media, a few people were like, oh, are they staying safe? Does he wear masks? And yes, here in California, other than like if it's, I guess, private school, but we're still required. There's still a mask mandate for schools up from, I believe, kindergarten to high school. College is optional. And then there's social distancing and everything. So they're safe at school. It's still really scary because he is fully vaccinated, but there's still a lot of adults and children that are not vaccinated who can, and which is their choice. But it just, it's very scary, especially with the new mutations. So we're just keeping him prayed up, and he knows exactly what to do with keeping his hands clean and everything like that. When they transition through classes for their periods, the desks and chairs do get sprayed in between each transition, and they have hand sanitizer everywhere. And he told me he rarely has to use his alcohol spray and wipes that he has in his backpack because there's sanitizer readily available for them everywhere. But he's been having such a great week.
Yeah.
And you guys know Jackson, who he has known since kindergarten, and then they were in the same virtual class for 6th grade last year. So we showed you guys photos of them. They would eat lunch together every now and then. Well, they have each other in every single one of their classes this year.
Yeah, it worked out perfect.
Yeah, I was like, that is so cool. I said, Adam, that is so unusual. That does not happen all the time. Or like even maybe you'll just get one class together. And so, and then he recognized some kids in some of his classes that he had in Zoom class for 6th grade. And he said he played basketball with them after he ate lunch. And he just has been having such a great time. When he came home Monday and yesterday, he was just so lively. He was like humming and singing through the house and just had like energy.
Well, he's been a houseplant for 18 months. So I think he's excited to get some interaction, get out of the house a little bit. So no, it's been great. And I think we have one more. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, we went out and took Rufus on a walk. And Rufus is doing a little bit better. If you guys have been following the Rufus Chronicles, he's been kind of a challenged dog, just in terms of when he's around us, it's great. he just tends to bark at other people and other dogs and go like super crazy. So we've been doing a better job of just taking him on daily walks and just kind of working with him. And last night we had a bit of a breakthrough. Little Adam was walking him around the neighborhood, and Rufus was doing so good.
Yeah.
So we definitely have a positive report. He only attacked one lady, down from usually 4 or 5.
He didn't attack her. So, we were walking and we let him stop like in the doggy run, like a huge doggy run that we have in the community. And he loves laying on the grass and kind of like rolling in it since we don't have grass in the backyard. It's just dirt right now. And he was doing so fine. He was just looking at her, walking. Usually he's barking at people from afar, but he was just watching her walk. And then she said, hi. And it just went downhill from there. He just started barking. And we were like,
lunging.
no. And she's like, oh, are you guys training him? We're like, yes. But he was doing so good. And she spoke, and then he flipped out.
Yeah. It's a work in progress, but we're seeing positive results. And finally, we have a video. As you guys know, Adam Jr. is a big basketball aficionado. We watch a ton of NBA, and then he also likes to play as well. So we have a little video that we'll share with you.
So this was him yesterday after school.
Yes, he's crossing them up. He's crossing them up. Look out.
Right. He had me out there in the heat. Oh, it was hot.
At
But
point guard,
I had to take him.
6'1", from USC, Adam
Right?
Holly Jr.
I know.
Number 8.
A few people said he looked like he got really tall.
He
And
did.
He did. And when he went for his physical, when you took him for his physical before school started, the doctor said he would probably, I guess the least would be 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. They said somewhere 6 foot, 6'1". Of course, it varies. Everyone has different growth spurts, but yeah, he's really sprouted up in the last few months. So
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got huge feet. His feet are almost as big as mine right now. I saw in the chat too. Someone asked how tall he is. He's about 5'2", 5'3", maybe 5'2.5".
He will be taller than me probably by next week.
Yeah.
But we're literally the same.
His feet are almost as big as mine, even though I'm 5'11", so it's crazy. So if the feet are any indication, I think he's going to be hopefully pretty tall.
I know,
so
which
be
I'm
good
excited
for the basketball.
about. Because I'm short, and so I'm like, I want my son to be tall.
That is too
But
funny.
yeah, and so when we were talking about Rufus and the lady saying hi, I believe it was, Michelle Dahlwin said no eye contact. Talking about
Don't look him in the eye.
And Jocelyn Roach says Adam Jr. has a mean crossover.
Yeah, he was looking good there.
Yeah, he was. And, for a while, pre-COVID, he did do, city basketball league. And then he was doing his taekwondo at the same time. Yeah. He took a break from taekwondo and then did basketball. He was doing some private training with one of my cousins. One of my cousins is a basketball trainer. And so he trains players all the way from college to the NBA, like the Heat basketball team, a few players on there, and just other stuff. So he's usually always traveling or always busy. But, he was able to get some lessons in one summer with him. And so he really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And he actually asked if now that he's vaccinated, if he can start playing basketball again. And I kind of was really nervous about it, but we really think that he should. But I don't know where to start. A lot of city places are closed, due to COVID, and now everything is rising again.
Yeah, we'll have to look for an outdoor type of situation. That's one of the nice things about being in California. That's where we have a couple courts here in the neighborhood. That's where we usually play. So yeah, we'll have to research that.
We'll have to research it. Okay, now on to Ask Adam.
Awesome. Well, you know what, honey, we're running out of time today.
Okay.
If you can hold on to those, and we will get to all of them next week. We'll do a shorter picture segment, and we'll do a longer Ask Adam.
That'd be cool. Because we have quite a few, so that'd be really cool.
So tune in next week. We will get to all the Ask Adams. Kat is so great at logging all of those, and we'll answer all your questions. And thank you so much, as always,
You're
honey.
welcome.
We'll
Thanks,
see you all
guys.
next week.
Bye.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to reveal our guest for next week. And he is a keyboardist and pianist extraordinaire. He's came up through the ranks in Atlanta, and he's now calling Knoxville, Tennessee home. His name is Brian Clay. He's got 6 albums to his name, a really incredible talent. So I hope you'll tune in next week, August 18th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the incredible vocalist and pianist Brian Clay. He's like a cross between Brian Culbertson and Donny Hathaway. The piano of Brian Culbertson and the singing of Donny Hathaway. No, he's fantastic. So tune in for that. I see a lot of new people in the show today, too. Probably came in to hang out. Maybe some of Garry Percell's people. We're here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, with fantastic guests. So I hope you'll join us next week. Make sure to follow Adam Hawley Artist page. And we will be here. We've got great content all throughout the week. But, of course, we have our show every Wednesday. And a quick reminder, if you want to grab the new project, I'll have copies tomorrow. You can pre-order it at adamhawley.com, and I will send you a signed copy straight to you. You can also pre-save it starting Friday on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And if you want to help us out, we make it super easy. Click that link in the description. You can get to my website from there, or PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. And, of course, we've got stars as well. So appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to send you out with a tune. It's one of my favorites. It's from my second album, and it featured a good buddy of mine by the name of Darren Ron. It's a funky tune to finish the show with. It's called Shuffle. Come on, y'all. been a distinct honor to spend another Wednesday with you guys. Our guest today was Garry Percell. Hope you will tune in next week for the one and only Brian Clay. Have an incredible night. See you next Wednesday.
Thank you.